Hey everybody, I'm Joe.
And I'm Jake.
And this is the 2026 Delta 274 RKW. Jake, what are some of the specs on this thing?
This is one of our most innovative floor plans that we've ever come out with. In fact, it's actually under 32 feet long and 7,500 pounds dry, but there is so much to talk about on the inside and the outside.
All right, let's go ahead and take a tour on the inside first. All right, Jake, now that we've taken a step inside the 274 RKW, looks like you got a complete refresh.
That's
Let's
correct.
Talk about it.
Yeah, the first thing that everyone's looking at right now is the all-new interior decor. The outside, we have an all-new fresh design there. That's not the only thing that we have for this specific floor plan. Actually, the floor plan itself is one of the most innovative things. So the whole rear section here is all one open concept rear living. Then obviously you have the bathroom right on the other side of the wall. And then we have a lot of innovative stuff here in the bedroom as well. So there's just so much to talk about this floor plan.
All right, let's go ahead and start in the kitchen next.
One of the more innovative things we've done for the 274 RKW is we surrounded the kitchen area here on the entire back wall. Now it's innovative on the floor plan itself, but there's plenty of features to talk about. The first thing you see is obviously our solid surface countertops. That's all new for this model here, but there's plenty of creature comforts as well. You have dedicated silverware storage, dedicated pots and pans storage, soft close cabinet doors, and we also have that standard 10 cubic foot, 12 volt refrigerator. And this whole location here is right next to the 4-person dinette.
All right, Jake, now that we're in the living space of the 274, first thing I noticed, you got this large 3-person sofa, 2-person comfortably with this middle collapse down cushion, and you're gonna have all these large atrium windows really brightening up the space. What are some other features that they're gonna wanna know about?
Well, the first thing we wanted to do with this back section here is keep it as open and airy as possible, right? So you make a good point. Having the wraparound, the atrium window system is one of the best things that we can do, and obviously have some logistic enhancements there too. So the TV, again, is right across from where we're sitting. This is also on that flush floor slide out mechanism as well, which is rack and pinion. So we have the best mechanism and the best overall flow. And Joe, one thing I want to point out is right next to you, you have a dedicated pantry area with those pull-out drawers like we've started doing. And then you have the dedicated coffee bar there too. That's all soft close cabinet doors. One cool thing that we've done for this model year though, is we have that Starlink prep.
Yeah, making it easy to connect to the internet when you're on the road. All right, Jake, why don't you go ahead and take them to the front of the coach and talk about the bathroom and bedroom next.
Yeah, let's go. One thing worth mentioning about this floor plan and many of our other Delta floor plans is you have access to the bathroom while you're actually on the road. A few other features that we have are an oversized stainless steel sink, which for this model year has solid surface countertops in the bathroom. Above and below that sink, you have plenty of extra storage and some linen cabinet as well. You'll also have a porcelain toilet with a soft close lid and a nice shower to accommodate your needs that's also tied to a 60,000 BTU on-demand water heater. Now, let me remind you, this floor plan is under 32 feet long. So 274 RKW would mean wardrobe slide. And the reason why we have a wardrobe slide on this is not only to complement all of the extra storage that we have for this floor plan, but because the secondary closet here also serves as your washer dryer prep. Now moving on to the very front of the unit where the 60 by 80 bed is located, of course you have storage on either side of that bed with the removable shelf in case you'd like to hang your clothes. And up top we have some extra storage that also has an 8,000 BTU air conditioner that's standard equipment.
All right, Jake, you were absolutely right. This thing is feature packed. It's got tons of benefits for those camping in this thing. But let's talk about that North Star Alliance, those customer driven features. What are some of the features that you would like to mention?
So certainly a lot to talk about specifically with the floor plan, but those North Star customer driven features have to be mentioned, right? One thing I want to point out, actually it's new for this model year, is we made a change to a JBL Bluetooth audio system. Very nice household brand, very high quality stuff, but the air conditioning system, this is all new for us. We have a new generation, it's a Furrion Chill Cube. This main level here is an 18,000 BTU air conditioner. The bedroom, 8,000 BTU, so it's very well served given the size of the room that you're in. But both of those will run off of a 30 amp service just like we've always done. We also still have the number and color coded wiring system. And again, we built a nice product here inside and out. So you still have that warranty for full-time RVing.
Those are great features, but don't forget to mention that you're not going to find a thread of carpet in any Alliance product, and you're going to have no in-floor heat vents, which are commonly referred to as those drum collectors. So why don't we go ahead now and take a step outside and talk about all the great features you're going to find out there next. Now that we've taken a step outside, let's talk about one of the most important features. How is this thing built?
So the floor plan itself, the tweaks that we've made, none of that really matters as much as obviously the core of everything, which is exactly like you said. So how do we build it, right? Let's start with the top. You have a PVC roof membrane up there. It comes with a lifetime warranty, virtually zero maintenance required on it. The shell of it is 360 with composite material. So all of your laminated walls are going to be Asdel covered on the inside and the outside. Even our floors are a composite material. Below that, you have a fully covered underbelly. There's 12-volt tank heaters on there. We have forced heat. So really a full 360 as high quality product as we can make.
Yeah, and that roof is fully patch repairable. So if you do snag a branch or something gets it, you can go to your big box store, find a PVC patch kit, and that is sufficed per the manufacturer. Double-sided Asdel, rot, mold, builder resistant, half the weight of wood, and it's not going to delam like some of the other products out there.
Yeah, and keeping you safe as possible on the road, we have the standard Goodyear tires.
I love that. Let's go ahead and head to the front of the coach and talk about the pass-through storage next. All right, let's talk about where you're going to start setting up camp, the pass-through storage. You're going to find 62 cubic feet of storage in here with a mounted 6-foot folding table. So that way when you get to set up camp, it's the first thing you pull out to make it easier. Additionally, you're going to have the campside controls where you're going to have an awning control. So that way you can easily see your awning. There is a control inside as well. You're going to have your 110 cable hookups, USB, and you're going to have the all new Starlink prep for your satellite dish. Additionally, you're going to have 1 of 3 spray ports to keep your campsite clean. Jake, why don't you take the off camp side and talk about everything over there next?
Even on the off door side here, we still have plenty to talk about. Let me start though with an innovative feature that we've added all new for this model year in this floor plan is the Blue Tech water filtration system. The goal here is to simply give you the cleanest drinking water possible, regardless of where you're camping. Now, let's move on to the stuff that you've already come to know and love from a Delta travel trailer. You have the 3-way switches that are going to control your slide outs, the universal TPMS prep. You have that countersunk area as well that is the location of your charge controller, which is paired to a standard 400-watt panel, by the way, and then also the convenient location of your water pump. Now, one last thing to mention here is we have those outdoor spray ports that are all plumbed through the 60,000 BTU on-demand water heater. All right, we got to find Joe. I'm pretty sure he's out back, so let's start there.
All right, Jake, you found me on the back wall here. So let's talk about this beautiful back wall. It might look ordinary, but it certainly isn't. Starting at the top there, you're going to see that little black puck. That's going to be your 12-volt backup camera prep system. So you can use any camera of your choosing. Additionally, you're going to have that 18-inch ladder, so that way you can hang your towels easily and get on your roof easily. Is there anything else you want to mention back here?
One thing you're going to notice though is there's no denying that this is an all-new generation for our Delta travel trailers, even on this back wall here. You could be on the highway, everyone's going to notice you. Now, I know you mentioned the ladder, but let's remind everybody, behind there is that third outdoor spray port giving you full access to even hot water. And then below there is going to be that 2-inch receiver hitch, in case you have a generator or a bike rack or something like that.
Those are all amazing features. Why don't we go ahead and head to the campsite and talk about all the amazing features you're going to find on the 274 RKW. All right, now that we're on the campsite of the coach where you're going to be spending a ton of time, my favorite spot has to be this 25-inch griddle combo, and you got that mini fridge for your favorite beverages. What are some of your favorite features over here?
So one thing is the size of the awning itself. Now it's 19 feet. That, interestingly enough, covers not only the entry door, of course, but we wanted to cover that cooking area, right? We also have that all new exterior graphics package. But another thing for the awning is that Fusion LED light. I really think it just dresses it up a lot more. That way you don't see all those diodes. And another new feature for this year is the one-piece screwless skirt metal that I think ties everything together. And of course, this unit has one entry, but just like all of our other dual entry floor plans, you have that more right step above system. Just makes your life so much easier.
And elevating your camping experience.
Absolutely.
Let's go ahead and teach them how they can learn more about this floor plan next. All right, Jake, this thing is certainly feature packed, but what are a few of your favorite features?
One thing I want to point out that's a favorite of mine is the fact this thing's under 32 feet long and 7,500 pounds, virtually towable by almost anything out there. But the floor plan specifics, one thing I want to point out, that front end, we have a wardrobe slide that of course gives you more storage, and it's a nice complement with the fireplace there. But that gives us the real estate to add the washer and dryer prep. But that's not all. Now we have the all new solid surface countertops for this model year. But I gotta say, my favorite feature so far is the interior and exterior refresh we've done for this model year. If you ask me, this is the most well-rounded product offering Delta's ever had, and certainly the best looking travel trailer on the market today.
It absolutely looks beautiful. And if you want to learn more about this floor plan, Jake, where would you tell them to go?
One thing I would do is either comment below or feel free to reach out to us direct at alliancerv.com. Now, if you want to reach out to us for any social media platforms, Joe, how do they get a hold of us?
Yeah, if you want to see sneak peeks and behind the scenes stuff and early looks, go to any social platform you're choosing and look for at alliancerv.com. Everybody, thanks for watching, and we hope that you choose to join the Alliance. All right, Jake, now that we're in the living space.
Hold on, I was moving around when he started. The goal here is that was really good, nice stuff.
All right, Jake, you found me on the back wall here. That's actually really
that's great. Do that. Do that. I would either comment below or reach out to us direct at alliancerv.com.
Yeah,